Joined here with the camera band director, Sharon Reetz. And first of all, Sharon, thank you for taking the time to talk.
Thanks for asking. It's been great.
You guys had All-State Band a couple of weeks ago. Unfortunately, we weren't able to talk to you the week after that, but give us a rundown of how things went for the two kids that went to All-State Band.
Lexi on clarinet and Seth Messick on tuba. They had a really great time, and it was really fun. They learned a lot. One of the funniest things was they were doing a song written by Brian Balmages called, it was a Star Spangled Banner, and he wrote it. And he asked him, what would you do if you could talk to the composer? Like, what would you ask him? So they start talking about all these different questions. He's like, hey, let's call him. And he calls the composer in the middle of the rehearsal, I guess, and actually had him to be able to answer some of their questions, which I guess was really memorable for them, which I thought was awesome.
That's always something great when you get to hear somebody that's actually doing what these kids are doing in school, except doing it for money and doing it at that level and getting to hear a professional's viewpoint on it. That's always something that you can't imitate anywhere else.
Yeah, no, I think that was really cool that they got to experience that, and they had a great time overall.
How did the actual concert go? Did you attend the concert for them?
The concert was really good. The choir, orchestra, and band all went the same night, and it was great. All the groups did really well.
Now, with that, there's going to be obviously a chances at getting scholarships, or it opens the eyes for getting scholarships for music. How important is it to go to an event like this as far as getting that? We talked a bit about it the first time when we talked about them qualifying for it and getting picked to go. But now that they've actually gone through there and performed, what does that mean for them as far as colleges looking at them for band scholarships?
It definitely increases their chances. I mean, they have to go and audition on their own and set that up. But I know that Lexi, she had gotten a letter from the University of Wyoming from the clarinet professor saying, I noticed that you were an All-State, stop by sometime and talk about the options here at UW. And I'm sure the same thing would work with the tuba professors. But yeah, it's really just a good way to get in there. Most of the majors, especially at UW, aren't even music majors. Most of them are other fields, and they just get relaxation and a break going in and just playing music. A lot of my friends in the band were engineers, had a lot of engineer majors. But yeah, it's really up to them how far they want to go, but it definitely helps.
Another thing that'll help them out is they also qualified for another band exhibition. Talk a little bit about what's going on up in the Northwest.
This next Thursday, we're going to leave for Spokane, Washington, and they both auditioned for it. It's the All Northwest Wind Symphony Band, and they auditioned back in September, and they both made it for that one too. And so we'll leave Thursday, and then Friday they'll check in and start rehearsals and everything, and then the concert's on Sunday. And it's just tougher competition. They had to audition with other states, so it was Alaska, Washington, Oregon, Wyoming, Idaho. I think there was 5. And so it just said that they're one of the better ones in all those states, and they did a really good job. And so I can't wait for this weekend to see how it goes.
And this is just another big confidence booster for them as far as that goes. One of the things, though, is you guys are having to drive up there, 11.5-hour drive. As the person going with them, that's not necessarily the most exciting thing, but do you feel like that'll affect them at all once they're actually participating in the concert?
Yeah, I think seeing it on the next level, I mean, they've seen All-State, and now they're going to be able to experience it on the next level and just see how many people out there are really dedicated to music and just what kind of competition is out there. The harder the competition, especially in other states, when you have a higher population, you're going to have a harder competition. And so you don't always get to see the top of the top like you would going to something like this. I think they're going to have a great time. And while they're in there, I'll be doing a conference. They have teacher classes for all the different areas, band, strings, vocal. And so I'll be going to that while they're rehearsing.
Plenty of stuff to do up in this next weekend for you guys then. One of the other things I want to talk to you about briefly is something that you hear it at every single game. Give a little bit of love to the pep band kids that are out there almost every single game because they're sacrificing their Friday nights and Saturday afternoons as well. What is it like being able to play in the new gym, though? You guys are up on top of the track. It's a wide open space. Sound carries really well there. What has it been like being able to play there?
It was really great. I was worried at first because I thought it'd be really too much echo, but it actually has been awesome because we don't have very many bass players, but that wall helps push out the bass and really helps just the sound overall when you don't have that many people. It's been really great. Our very first game was the best because I had all my kids, but the last couple of games we've been missing all of our swimmers and our wrestlers and our speech and debate kids. So we've been with half as many kids as usual, but they still did really, really good. And they come in and work hard, and yeah, I'm just really grateful that they're willing to play and do well.
One of the things that you get to do there, and this is the last question for you, is you get to put on a little miniature concert after the games are over. You guys always end up playing 2 or 3 extra songs while people are leaving. What does that do as far as just building up the confidence for the kids and as far as showing off their talent?
It's fun because, a lot of times you're waiting to play, and the timeouts and stuff like that. So, at halftime we get to play 2 or 3 songs usually, but then at the end it's like, okay, let's play some of our favorites that we didn't play just to play. Playing is the fun part of it. And so, when you sit and watch, you're like, I just want to play. So it's like by the end, we're like, let's just play, do some more songs.
And of course, it helps when the coach is giving you music to play Sweet Home Alabama to give him a little tribute.
Yeah, Mr. Creel bought us Sweet Home Alabama because it's his favorite song. So we've been playing that one. And yeah, the kids really liked it. It took a little bit of time just because usually guitar parts being put into brass and woodwind parts is a little bit harder. So it took a little bit of work to get it worked out, but it's fun. Yeah, thanks, Mr. Creel.
Well, Sharon, thanks again for taking the time to talk. Good to get to know, and good luck this weekend up in Spokane.
Yeah, thanks.